Hey, yo, welcome to my channel. Pretty funny. I'm seeing now that Meta actually is released, or not released, but unblocked Trump. Now they give him access back into the Meta world, that's Facebook and Instagram and such. It's the same thing with Twitter early on when Musk came back and he just unblocked or basically allowed Trump to come back on. Um, the reason why I say it's funny is because the fact is like um, because they were losing daily active users and Trump having a base basically to the point where he can bring in those users and therefore bring in those ad revenue dollars. Don't be surprised if YouTube does this as well too, where like they're gonna like Trump come back as well as a few others, because with the recession the way it is, they're gonna need money, and they're gonna block Trump and basically allow him back on to the point where like they need that money. And the problem is like they're a little too late, because the thing is like Trump, he has his own social network, Truth Social. Um, why would he want to go into Twitter? Why would he want to go into Facebook? Why would he want to go to YouTube when he's got his own social network at this point and he's got gained enough popularity to the point where like he's got enough users in play? He might as well just go that route and keep it at that route at that point too. Honestly, he's probably going to stay on it, and rather than using Twitter, Twitter, Instagram, and also YouTube, he was like, you know what, I don't need to do this. I can just create my own. Which he basically did, create his own social network, and like basically allows whatever's not allowed. Well, yeah, pretty much very little moderation, basically allowing for the First Amendment to go in, freedom of speech. So that's the surprising aspect. Is not the surprising aspect of that is the surprising aspect of Twitter, Facebook, or Twitter, Meta, and don't be surprised. Like I said, Google with YouTube are like removing the restrictions from Trump, and like they're allowing him back onto the platform. Why? Because they need those users, they need those ad revenue dollars, and because of that, they screwed up and they goofed. They thought, okay, like, hey, you know what? Let's remove Trump back then because he was detrimental, which partly is true, of course, partially is true, but at the same time, they goofed. And now this is them coming back. It's like, you know what, we need those revenue dollars. And like, don't be surprised of Alex Jones coming back onto these platforms as well as other controversial figures that they blocked. Don't be surprised if they're going to come back at that point as well too. Like honestly, in about 3 or 4 months, you'll see probably more come on board as well at this point as well too. To be honest, and it's one of those things where like, you know what, you stood by whatever it is, and now you're like, oh, you know what, we're going to go back on our words and come back again because it's their own fault. I mean, like reality, like I said, Trump, they're not going to gain Trump back because the fact is like he's on there, he's got his own social network, and he's getting more and more users on his platform at this point, and more Trump followers on his platform, and then a few others as well who was like curiosity more than anything else. So honestly, um, if anything, if I don't know what Twitter and Meta should do at this point to stop using the loser base is more of, or not stop losing the user base. Sorry, um, and that was not a Freudian slip up. That was me basically just kind of like being distracted because I'm looking out my window. But anyways, it's more of losing out the user bases because to social is because the fact is it's their own fault. They're not adapting to the world, to the real world, or adapting to changes as quickly as they should be. I mean, Facebook, Meta, TikTok came out of nowhere. They pretty much were like, it's not going to be that big. And then lo and behold, they took a large market share and they try to rework Instagram to be similar to TikTok, i.e., Reels. And you got a huge backlash as a result. And now they're trying to create a Reels. They should create a separate Reels thing at this point. Try to get that aspect. Twitter, don't be surprised if Twitter actually comes in with Vine. But in reality, I think it's a little too late for that as well too. Honestly, it's more of a case for like TikTok's already as is. Now it's a matter of the fact that you've got to come up with something that is something relatively new, but adapts to what people want now at this point. And it's more of content creation, and people want more control of their content. So don't be surprised if you start seeing people like moving away from the platform because one, they're angry about Elon Musk. Yeah, who cares about that? But in any case, let me know your thoughts. I mean, like, do you think it's too late for Twitter and Facebook, and for that matter, YouTube, letting Trump? Like I said, Trump is going to come back. They're going to allow him back on for YouTube. Do you think it's too late for these three user bases, three platforms, where it's too late for them to like let Trump come back in basically because like, oh, he had a 1 year hiatus and now like or 2 year hiatus, now he should be able to come back? Or is it more of a case where like, you know what, Trump should Trump go back, or should just Trump stay with his social network, or Truth Social? Sorry. Let me know your thoughts on that. Please leave a comment. I do respond to my comments. I do read them actually, and then I do respond to them when I do get notified as well too, and I try to respond to them the best of my abilities when I have the time at that point as well too. And also, please subscribe. Wherever the subscribe button is on this case, please subscribe. In any case, until next time, unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed.